It was a small house, tucked into a sleepy suburb just outside of Portland, where the echoes of laughter once danced off the walls like sunlight on water. That house, with its chipped paint and creaky floors, had seen 29 years of Daniel and Elise, 29 years of love, arguments, makeups, holidays, burnt dinners, and sleepy kisses at midnight. They had met in college. She was studying literature, he, architecture. They couldn't have been more different. Elise was poetic and idealistic, believing that love was the answer to everything. Daniel was practical, driven, a man of blueprints and facts. But something about her soft presence anchored him, and something about his steady gaze calmed the whirlwind inside her. They fell in love in the fall, married by spring. The first few years were beautiful chaos, building careers, raising children, learning each other's habits. Daniel always left the toothpaste cap off. Elise never remembered to pay the water bill on time. They argued over money, in-laws, the thermostat. But they made up quickly, a touch, a word, sometimes just sitting on the couch in silence until the anger faded and love filled the space again. Then came the hard years. Their daughter, Emily, rebelled in her teens and ran away for 2 weeks. Elise cried herself to sleep every night while Daniel combed the city. When she finally returned, angry and scared, they sat on the kitchen floor together and wept as a family. Not because everything was okay, but because they still had each other. Years later, Daniel lost his job. It shook his confidence, his identity. He withdrew. Elise tried to reach him, but he snapped at her, ashamed of what he thought was failure. For months, they were like strangers passing in the hallway. But one morning, Elise found a note by her coffee cup. "I'm sorry. I'm still here. Please don't give up on me." She didn't. Love, she knew, was not only made of candlelit dinners and romantic getaways. It was built in the quiet resilience of choosing each other, again and again, even when the sky darkened. There were nights when one of them slept on the couch, when the silence between them seemed too wide to bridge. But every time, somehow, they found their way back. Through a shared memory. A song on the radio. The way he still brought her tea when she had a cold. The way she instinctively reached for his hand during turbulence on a flight. Love is not perfect. It's not constant happiness or effortless harmony. It is commitment. It is choosing to stay when leaving feels easier. It's holding your vows close like a compass, even when the map is torn and the destination unclear. Elise used to tell their friends, a strong marriage isn't one that avoids storms, but one that knows how to survive them together. In their 25th year, they renewed their vows. Their children stood beside them, older now, understanding more than ever the meaning of the promises made that day. Daniel spoke first, voice thick with emotion. "I thought love was about feeling good, about things being easy. But I've learned it's about staying. Through grief, through fear, through silence. Through the worst parts of me that you still chose to love. I stand here not because our marriage was perfect, but because it's real, and it is worth everything." Elise's eyes shimmered with tears. "I never married you thinking we'd avoid pain. I married you because I knew we'd face it hand in hand, and we have, and we will, and every day I choose you again." Now, in their quiet home, they sit across from one another over coffee every morning. Sometimes they talk, sometimes they just hold hands in the sunlight. They are slower now, grayer, a bit more fragile, but stronger than ever. Because marriage, real marriage, is not a fairy tale. It's a tapestry woven of fights and forgiveness, of time and tenacity, of holding on when the world says to let go. It's the faith that love, when watered with patience and grace, will bloom even through drought. It's knowing that forever is not a guarantee, it's a daily choice, and that's the beauty of it all. If you are standing in the middle of a hard season in your relationship, wondering if love can survive the weight of life, hold on. Not because it's always easy, but because it's always worth it. Because one day, you may look across the table at someone you've built a life with, someone who stayed, and realize that through all the storms, you've made it. And it is beautiful.